front of him, I can tell that now. And in the category 18 and over, that means they're not going to tell you how old they are. Ernest Hopewell won. And Ernest is a fantastic artist. I'm so proud of these people. I'm just overjoyed. And as I say, it was very hard to pick a winner. And I just can't tell you all the beautiful, beautiful paintings we had. And I hope next time we have one of these little contests that you enter, and maybe we can show your painting on here. Oh, I'm just taking all different colors, the yellows and just whatever. Just making layer after layer. Maybe a little of the bright red mixed with some yellow. There. See, just let them bounce back and forth. As I say, if you practice with this a little bit, shoot, it'll come out looking almost like a watercolor. It's really a very, very nice technique. And another way you can make oil paintings look like watercolor is use oil washes, or just dilute the paint down till it's the consistency of water. And you can make beautiful watercolor effects very easily, very easily. There we go. Okay. You know, it's interesting, I get letters from people sometime and they say they're allergic to oil paints, so they use another medium. Most of the time we find that people are not really allergic to oil paints as much as they're allergic to the turpentine that's traditionally used with painting. I'm just putting a little paint thinner into some brown here. Let's go up here. Put in a few trunks. We use no turpentine in this technique. The only thing that we ever use is odorless paint thinner. And most people find they don't have a problem with that. But if you've had an allergic reaction to paint before, check to make sure it's not just the turpentine that's traditionally used. I'm just putting in a few indications here and there, some sticks and twigs and all kinds of things. There. I really am proud of the artists that we just showed you. They have done so much, so very much. There. It was unbelievable to me when I began looking through all the different entries that people had sent, because I never knew so many people were painting and they were doing such a fantastic job. There we go. See how all these little things just create that indication. We can take a little paint thinner with a light color, just white basically, and here and there maybe there's some light little sticks and twigs. You have those too. They live in the woods too. Okay. Wash the old brush. I just wash these little brushes in thinner and then dry them off on a paper towel. I don't beat and bang on them. I'm going to take some dark color now. We need a contrast. Painting is nothing but playing lights against dark, darks against light, etc. Maybe right down in here. There it is. We'll put a nice dark area. I'm still just using the corner of the brush and just rubbing it. Just literally doing nothing but rubbing. Just the corner of the brush though. And you'll be amazed at all the different shapes you can make. There we go. Nice, dark, strong color though. But see how each one of these planes here, it creates that illusion of depth. And to me, that's what makes a painting special. There we go. And you vary it back and forth. Maybe in here there's a little lighter color that just stands out. See there? Just layer after layer. As many or as few as you want in your world. There we are. Boy, this is turning into a very nice little area. We may have to get crazy in here. You know me. I can't ever leave well enough alone. I have to play with it a little. So let's do some weird things here. Maybe, I tell you, let's come right up in here. Maybe in here we have, maybe there's a building here. Let's just scrape out a basic shape. Give our little building a place to live. And we'll put his roof there. All this does is remove excess paint and gives you a basic outline. We'll take a little bit of Van Dyke brown. Now we can begin blocking it in. There's a nice roof, and maybe it comes over to about there. There we are. All we're doing is blocking in color. You don't have to worry at this point. Don't have to even be concerned with it. A little bit on this side. Don't want him to be left out. There we are. Now then, I'm going to take a little bit of the Van Dyke brown, a little bit of bright red, touch of white in there. Just make a sort of a dirty red color, and we'll come right down here and just put the indication of an old roof here. There it is. Now then, let's take, we'll use a little dark sienna, some white, some yellow ochre in it. It's always a tendency to say yellow ochre, but ochre is what you eat in your soup, so I won't say that. Now, leave this color marbled like this with all different things, and we just take off a little roll of paint. We don't need much. Now then, let's begin grabbing this. Let's just put in, and I'm pushing very firmly, allowing all those little background colors to mix in with it too. Straight down. Straight down. Now on the other side, I'm going to take that same color and add a little more of the titanium white to it. I want it to be a little lighter, but the same basic color. All right. Once again, our little roll of paint. Let's go right out here. And we'll just lay in something like this. I'm mashing very hard once again, allowing it to mix with those colors that are underneath. Very hard. Getting mean with it, tough with it. There, we'll wipe the knife. Keep right on rubbing. There we go. Very nice. You get all those effects just automatically. Make us a nice straight edge down this side. Pull it right down. Zoom. There. Now then, I want this edge here to be a little bit lighter so it stands apart. Then we'll come right down. Okay. Now, tell you what, I'm going to take a color that's a little bit darker and very, very little of it, almost none. And let's go up here, and I'm just going to touch and let the knife just sort of bounce around, just at random. You might even find the small knife works better for getting in these areas. Just sort of let it bounce around. So it just gives an indication of some little distant things that are happening. We're not looking for a lot of detail here. There. But it'll give that impression that, shoot, maybe it's even made out of old stones all put together. Just let it bounce. There. Okay, see how that, it really helps create that image, that illusion. And painting is nothing but illusions. All right, grab the small knife. Let's go up here. I'll take dark sienna, and white on quite dark. Our little roll of paint, once again. Maybe right in here, we got a little window. Zoop, like that. Shoot, maybe there's another one over here. I don't know. Wherever you want them. Take a little dark paint, outline that a little bit. Not a lot, just enough to give an indication. There. Now we got dark paint on there. Some nice dark Van Dyke brown. Maybe we'll put a little door